morning, everybody. This is the 4th installment of the Nutty podcast. Today we are talking about conspiracies.
We've got a good lineup for you here. Oh my god, conspiracies are one of our number one interest. I mean, when YouTube first started, we only looked at conspiracies. Oh my god.
We love a good conspiracy. Now, this will not be the only podcast on conspiracies. We're going to do so much more. It's just we can't fit that many conspiracies into one podcast.
We're going to talk about a few conspiracies that we think are interesting, but trust me, like Jay said, there'll be many, many more to come.
The first one, not the first one. The three that we've written down is moon landing, subliminal messages, Bigfoot, and JFK.
First off, subliminal messages.
Everywhere.
This is not like, a conspiracy. This is genuine. Subliminal messages are being put out everywhere, and your subconscious is taking that shit on. Mm-hmm. And you don't even know it, but seriously, unless I sound like a crazy man or a hippie,
no, you do know
gotta
it
check this shit out.
Literally, you do know it on a subconscious level. It's like, have you ever seen films? And you always notice in films, we've got that little Illuminati triangles in, which you see. It's like, for example, I can see the whole office now. I can see the whole of it, the light there, but my conscious attention is not focused on a. Well,
here's a perfect example. Go compare. Go compare.
Yeah,
right? But nobody,
it's an English advert, by the way.
So much it plays on your head, and then when you got any car insurance, the first thing that pops into your mind is that catchy song.
That's subliminal.
That's subliminal. Do you know when you're sad lying in bed and the music's playing over and over in your head?
I tell you, who did
catchy,
a lot.
It's getting you going.
I tell you, who did a lot of subliminal messages.
Disney.
And Disney did a lot of dirty ones. They had penises everywhere.
Well, remember they had boobs everywhere. These are conspiracy theories.
No,
so they're not 100%.
This is legit.
I mean,
this is legit.
You could draw a cock in the clouds if you wanted to. You could connect the dots. But I will say this. Some of these conspiracy theories turn out to not be conspiracy theories.
The word conspiracy theories is made up by the government to make it seem like it's not legit. Disney did put penises and tits everywhere.
And you need to know this.
Wait. They actually did. Yeah, it's on their tits. It's not a conspiracy, this one. Disney did that shit.
Didn't Donald Duck push his penis down?
They had to re-edit like so many films because there were so many sexual.
Whether there was a subliminal meaning behind it, we don't know.
There definitely was, in my opinion. Well, anyway, Disney is full of subliminal messages.
Maybe not anymore. I mean, this is the older episodes, but there's a few we've seen Rugrats that had like references to 9/11 planes. I mean, yes, some of them can just be put together and pieced together, but some of them are extremely like.
Some could be
wow.
Some are just coincidence, but I definitely think there's something fishy going on. Like, for example, JFK. Moving on to JFK, his assassination. Now, I don't want to get too much into detail
because we'll get assassinated. No jokes.
But he definitely was killed by the inside government. By government.
Don't go sticking. You don't know this shit.
I know this shit. Conspiracy. The government killed people. They killed that Jeffrey Epstein. I'll go deep. Come kill me. But they killed that Jeffrey Epstein. Don't care what you're saying. Definitely.
I don't really know about that case. So
neither do I. Didn't really look into it.
Shut up then.
But I know they probably killed him.
The Pentagon has literally released a statement saying they did find an off-worldly vehicle, and they've got footage of it. This has been put out now by the Pentagon.
This is the ROF.
How the F is this not mainstream news? Literally, it's like they're just sweeping it under the rug. There has been, guys, an aircraft not of this world found flying. It's like a Tic Tac. And the Pentagon have released it and said, yeah, we don't know what this is.
Didn't you tell me that the media is owned by like 3 conglomerates?
Something like that. There's like put it this way, there's like 3 families of the top percent that like own like every news station. So you believe this? Imagine they've got an incentive for something. They can control the news, control the directive of the way you think, because everything you think is what you're watching on TV half the time, and all the shit you're putting in front of your face on all the social networks.
How?
And if they want to stick subliminal messages in there about, oh, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, your brain's going to pick it up without you even knowing. Oh shit, I'm going deep.
Let's go to the moon landing, because I think that was real. The moon landing is real. I generally think we have been to the moon, but it is true that they did fake photos.
Yeah, they did. You can actually see clouds. Mm-hmm. In one place and the exact same cloud in another place in some of the photos.
They faked photos, and like the question is why fake photos? Now I generally
quality.
I generally believe that they landed on the moon, but the faking these little lies, like the government lied plenty of times.
Well,
so like you obviously if you've lied once,
I'm pretty sure the Earth is actually shaped like a sphere. like kind of like an egg.
What about flat Earth? Flat Earthers?
I don't know.
If you're a flat Earthers, let us know.
But you don't get it when
that's a bit too far.
No, because when I've done research into flat Earthers conspiracy, because I do it, they have got good. Obviously, I don't believe it.
Yeah,
but these conspiracies, they can easily word things and say, "Why is this?" to make their idea correct. Same with all conspiracy theories, but. Actually, listening to some of the flat earthers, you go, "Holy shit! They've got some funny points." I don't believe it. Don't get me wrong on that. Obviously, but listen to them. Some of them are quite interesting.
It all comes from their perspective, and their perspective is right. But they're probably too keyhole viewed in it because it's just there's some other far-fetched things. Like I believe their excuse for because they haven't got a real reason for the stars, like why the stars circular. They believe like it's a projection, like a big. Like not real.
Don't they believe there's a turtle underneath us? I'm pretty sure someone thinks there's
some other things that make flat earthers seem a bit like not. When they go too far fetched, it discredits the other ones. But I don't believe the Earth is flat. I'm pretty convinced it's round.
I mean, the only thing that I was pretty good about, if they exited the atmosphere, apparently the UV rays would have destroyed any camera footage, and because they've tried it before, and none of the camera footage was like destroyed. That's the only thing that I'm like, okay, that's a bit weird.
What I want to mention is because I find this very creepy. You know, I don't know if you guys have seen Saved by the Bell, but there's a conspiracy that says Saved by the Bell is literally. It's a film. It's like a series. I watched a few episodes myself. Well, I was doing some research on this years ago, actually. And Subliminal Messages. Have you seen them where a song plays and then you play it backwards and you get these weird lyrics that could pop up? Now, I got into that one point very deep.
We done a video about that. Songs in reverse.
And Saved by the Bell. Apparently, their title, their intro. Their intro, like, you know, where it comes up in the singing.
It's alright.
You play it backwards, and it says something like, and it says something like, we praise Satan. Or some shit like that.
Now, that could be really interesting, or it could just be coincidence.
It's probably a coincidence, this one. I've seen it.
Still interesting
but
to think
things
about.
like that are creepy. Like, listen to this. You can tell it's... I feel like it's not planned.
Well, do you know, we done a video.
But that could be classed as subliminal.
Well, we done a video, Songs in Reverse, and literally there was some demonic shit in that video.
The Beatles one.
The Beatles one.
Watch some of the Beatles songs behind.
Like, I Will Eat Your Soul and shit like that. Like, it's like... Wow, yes, what?
Some a bit deep. Some a bit too deep.
Now, whether this is just people having a laugh or not, I don't know. I don't know anymore. The world's fucked.
the last one I want to get into, I just want to quickly...
I want to talk about the Pentagon, about the
well, we can do that, but the one that I wanted to quickly brush across, because this would have seemed like the most legit conspiracy, is Bigfoot. Because there's been thousands and thousands of sightings of Bigfoot. Now, Bigfoot is like
a bear or a gorilla.
Bigfoot is like a myth lore from like the in between Canada and America, like the forest area.
Right.
So there's been lots of lots of sightings, lots of camera footage, lots of audio footage. So it's like one of the most legit.
No, I think it's the most legit. Not that. That is actually not the most legit. It really isn't. You can get gorillas.
No, I mean,
the most legit one would be with a lot less monster. Now, it's probably not real. It probably was a log or something. But
log or something.
You don't know what's in that sea.
Oh yeah,
this is the most like the lot less monster.
Same with Bigfoot.
Yeah, but
we've seen megalodons.
Explored the world. Yes, what I'm saying. But we've not explored the sea. So that could have actually been a massive like snake lizard type thing coming out of the water, never seen again. But the Bigfoot one is, if it is in the land, you would expect to see it a lot more. But the water one, we don't explore the water, man.
The sea is
some scary shit
that scares me. I mean, have you seen Megalodon? The Megalodon. That was a real shark. It was like a shark.
You can open your mouth.
10 times bigger than the great white shark.
Well,
and who knows? Apparently, the conspiracy is because they're extinct now. But apparently, the conspiracy is they just live deep in the deep ocean.
It was the Mariana Trench, being the Mariana Trench, apparently. No, that was a part of the film Megalodon. But I've actually looked at some jaws, Jay. You stand up, double your size, and the jaw opens bigger than that. Well, if two people stood on top of you, that shark, the Megalodon, could swallow you without even touching your teeth.
Well, at least it would be like a quick death.
I don't think so.
Straight in there.
I think you'd swallow you and you'd just be burning
Exactly.
acid.
It's a quick death, gone. One bite instead of like a chop.
It may be. But I tell you what,
the sea scares the shit out of me.
What do you think's in the sea? But we absolutely love conspiracies. There's loads of conspiracies.
You know what? There's a lot more conspiracies.
Tell us what conspiracy theory is that you like or believe.
Let us know a conspiracy that you would like us to talk about. We brushed across some of the few that we find interesting. There is so many more.
Even in cartoons.
I think in later podcasts we're going to focus on one conspiracy at a time and go straight into it.
But you just let us know.
We're all going to go deep together in
Balls
that shit.
deep, you know it.
We've really enjoyed this episode, guys. We hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please like the video and share it.
Give us a subscribe.
Yeah, and give us a subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace and love, guys.